Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Greg Drake. He's the Butler County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Joanna. It's great to be with you.
Well, I'm glad you're here because you've had an interesting demonstration project all year this year, and that's with raised bed gardening right there at the Extension office for people to see. And even though it's a little bit late in the season, it's not too early to be thinking about incorporating raised beds maybe in next year's gardening plan.
We set up this demonstration at the Extension office, probably a little bit larger place that I had to work with than a lot of folks do that live in an apartment, but we didn't use any more space than what somebody would have in a small backyard if they wanted to. And I was just trying to demonstrate a simple way to raise some food for your family in a very small and confined space using fertilizer that I bought at a farm supply here in Butler County. And even with the tough, crazy season where it was so hot and dry in June, and we've still had good success and made good yields.
And I think that's excellent for more people who want to get involved with raising their own food. But a lot of times they think about raised beds and they might see the commercial ones in the department stores and things like that. And they might think it's just too expensive for them to do. But I think you have some ways to show that you can use a lot of different containers.
Yeah, we just used some 1x8 boards to frame the raised bed that the cucumbers were growing in. I focused on cucumbers and tomatoes. I had a few ever-bearing strawberries that are in the thing and got some strawberries real early. And the most interesting thing I did was I took a plastic road culvert and cut out a section of that so that I could fill it up with potting soil. And I grew those tomatoes in that road culvert. And as I've shown these pictures on social media, a lot of folks have been interested in that culvert. And what I did that for, I just wanted people to think about, you don't have to buy a fancy raised bed system. You could do this in buckets or put containers that you can find around. If I can grow it in that road culvert, then I think people can grow it in about anything.
Because we don't want growing your own vegetables to be cost prohibitive. We want it to be something that's enjoyable, to provide food, and to be economical. And I think you showing that you can use things that are around your home or maybe not have to purchase expensive items to be able to do this is very valuable.
Yeah, we got the seeds. We started our plants from seeds. My wife, Shanna Drake, started them in the basement. She grew them and started them in an old egg carton that was from a grocery store and started all these little tomato plants and cucumber plants. Then she moved them out to our little greenhouse that we ordered off of Amazon and got them big enough for me to transplant here in the Extension office. The potting soil was fairly expensive because I used a whole lot of it. I just used a commercial available raised bed mix that I put in these things, and we got the plants transplanted in May. And then a $30 bag of fertilize, if I can keep it dry, Joanna, that $30 bag of fertilize, I'll be raising raised bed stuff for 7 or 8 years. No more fertilize than you'll actually use on a very small area. And what I did on my fertilize, I used a 12-ounce coffee cup full of triple 19 fertilize, and I put it on once a week. It made enough tomatoes and cucumbers that the staff here at the Butler County Extension Office has had those to use in healthy recipes for demonstrations, and we've ate them for lunch, and we've gave them away. We've done a lot of things with this produce that we've produced out of our little raised bed demonstration.
Greg, do we have information about raised bed gardening at the Extension office?
We do in the home vegetable gardening publication, which is one that I give away a lot and encourage people to use. There's a small segment on growing in small places, and we've got other resources as well. So if somebody's thinking about doing this with their family, stop by your Extension office and pick you up one of those growing vegetables at home in Kentucky publications and look at that.
All right. Great tips, Greg. And if you have any questions, you can always contact your local Extension office. Thanks for watching and have a great day.